Okay, so this is the RoyalQ promotional model, all right? And this is a tool I saw from I think, OBM, yeah. V5 leader OBM shared this and kind of made a lot of sense to me. And come to think of it, let's analyze this together for a few minutes, okay? Let's analyze this together for a few minutes. The first thing is a V1 promo. Now, I don't know how we want to run this. You want to run this consistently, or do you think we should do it maybe choose a month every quarter, run it, choose another month like January to March, run it in March, then April, May, June, run it in June. I don't know. Or should it be constant? But let's get an idea of this promotional strategy. This is very important for team builders, and I want you to pay close attention to it. So in other words, let's just imagine you just signed up and you're a V1. All right. That means you're gonna try sign up 20 persons, right? Whether you're doing 5x5, operation 5x5, whatever it is, operation 3x3, but you want to bring in 20 persons now to get to V2. For everybody you bring in, you're gonna make $30. And for those 20 people that will join you, whether you're putting them other people or anyhow, they're gonna give you $600. Now, the proposal is that you can give out $200 and keep 400. And that means you're going to give each of the 20 persons $10 cash back for their activating the bot. Now, the question is, how do you think this will make your signups feel? How would that make them feel? I'd like to have a comment or two. When people sign up, pay for the bot $120, you got $30, you give them $10, and you keep $20. How do you think that's going to make them feel? Yes, so I'm hearing they'll stick around longer. They'll be happy. Huh. Yeah. So is this something we can do as a team? So I'm not going to force anyone to do this because people have their own mentalities. All right. But I want us to begin to think about it in your team. For example, when I saw this, I told myself, hey, I'm going to do this for anybody I sign up directly. And it's going to be like a kind of bait for you to sign up. I'll just tell you, okay, sign up this month. I'll give you $10 cash back. And if the person does, he activates, I give him $10 cash back. $20 is good enough for me. And by the way, mine, being a V5, I get 65, right? So for me, it's a no-brainer. Just do that without even thinking. But even if I were a V1, I could do, so as a V5, I could even give him $20, say, come on, take this out and use that as your gas fee. So we're changing the energy of the team. This is how you can change the energy of your team. By giving people, it's optional, but when you activate someone, think long term. You think long term and you give them the $10 cash back. All right. Now, you're still going to get $400, which is a lot of money. But let's just say you parted with $200. Now you've become a V2. For hitting V2 rank, your V3 leader or somebody there is meant to give you a gift. So let's just imagine this for the V2. If you're a V2, let's just say you're a V2 leader and somebody in your structure just qualified for V2. What's going to happen is the person brought 20 persons in and you're a V2, right? As a person brought in 20 persons, you were getting $10 each. You were getting $10 each from each of the 20 persons. That means you got about $200. So what we're saying is, how much out of the $200 that you made can you part as a gift and say, hey, V2, I want to congratulate you. 30% of that $200 is $60. So it's up to you to decide what you're going to give. But as a community, I want us to imbibe this culture a little, as a community. Going forward, especially for new signups, when they hit the ranks, let's have this culture imbibed in us. So 30% of $200 is $60. So let's say the person hits V3, V2, you just give him $50, just $50 gift, right? Or $60 if you can. Now, this is to fast track your result to V3 because you need 3 people to hit V2 rank. So you're going to be encouraging your team. And by the time the 3 of them come in together, you're going to make $600. So you're going to part with, $60 times 3, 180. All right, you got $600, you parted with 180, you still have 420. Plus, right now, you're a V3 if your team gets to 100. So this is the responsibility, and I want people to think about it. When you activate someone, you kind of encourage them, come in, if you come in this month, I'll give you a $10 gift. And when they activate, you give them a $10 gift, they're going to be excited. Wow, this person that I was just wondering if the business is serious. Just gave me a $10 gift. $10 is 15,000 naira. Wow, I'm super excited. All right. And the same thing for the V2. Now, when you hit V3, all right, and you have people in your structure, or even if it's when you are, this is actually called V3 promo. So the V1 promo is you being a V1 and, signing people up. So V2 promo is you being a V2 and your people are becoming V2s. You give them that promo, all right? Now, V3, and I'm not even considering your own direct sign up, but if you sign up somebody as a V2, that's $40, right? You should still do that giveaway of something, maybe $10, whatever it is you wish. Now, V3 promo means, okay, you're a V3 now, and people are qualifying for V3 in your structure. Okay? Now, as a V3, those V2s, as they are bringing in their friends, you are still getting $10 per activation. Now, you want to have 3 V3s. So 3 V3s, each leg is 100 members. V3 means 100 members. By the way, the person might do 150 before he hits V3. Sometimes it's going to take, So by the time the person hits 100 team members, you're making $10 off each of them. All right. 100 means $1,000. Now with $1,000, you can say, how much are you going to give up? You have to decide by yourself. All right. $1,000, 30% of $1,000 is $300. So at this point, a person can decide, oh, what I want to do since I'm still starting, I want to do $20. So anybody that hits V3 in my team, I don't want to give them $30. I want to just do 20% of 1,000, which is $200. It's up to you. But let's just have the culture of sharing part of the income we make. I do this as the yearly giveaway thing, but this looks like a more interesting way of doing it. This looks like a more interesting way of doing it. All right. And if you create 3 V3s, you become a V4. All right. So those 3 V3s will attract $3,000 to you automatically. So from those $3,000, you can decide, okay, I'm giving out $600 to $200 per person, or I'm giving out $900 to $300 per person. It's your choice, but that's the culture we want to abide. Now, as a V4, you want to help your people to hit V4 too. Of course, as a V4, anybody you sign up is $60, but let's leave that aside. Those are extra perks. Now, in your structure as a V4, you are getting $10 from anyone who is trying to reach V4 in your structure. You're getting $10 per activation. For your team to hit V4, anybody to hit V4, they need 300 downlines. So 300, and you're making $10 each. That is 300 times 10, that's 3,000. You're making 3,000 per person, per leg, right? So with $3,000 made, what is 20% of that $3,000 when the person hits V4? That is 600. Okay. If you want to make it 30%, that will be 900. Okay. Let me see. If you want to make it 30%, that is 900. So 20%, 600. Whatever it is you do, but you want to make it significant enough. So imagine nobody did this to me. No, nobody did this for me. All right. But just imagine that somebody did it to you. Like I just hit V4 and somebody just gave me a $600 gift. What effect would that be in your life? Let me just imagine that you're a V4 and somebody gave you a $600 gift. What effect would that be in your life? How seriously would you take RoyalQ business? What effect will it have in your life? Can you share? So that's a promotional model. And I can see some charts here. Super gift. I'll be elated. Yes, thank you, Engineer Fick. Engineer Fick is the only one responding. I really don't get the silence from members of this team. It's get dumbfounded at times, but it's okay. Let's move on. So for the V5 promo, for example, you're a V5 and you want to help people to become V5s. So what's happening here is that for any activation in your structure, you're getting $5. So it's not $10. From V5, V6 is $5. So you getting $5 and your structure needs 800 persons. So remember, of course, they have, we're paying some things that when we got to 100, we got to 300 and all that. So you can factor all that in, all right? So let's just imagine that the team gets 800 people on board and you have 3 legs. So one leg has gotten 800 persons. They are V5. So what are you going to do? You got 500 per person, all right? You got 500, sorry, $5 per person and 800 persons. That is $4,000 from one leg. So you've made money, $4,000 from that one leg. So what is 20% of $4,000? That is $800. So you can just tell yourself, hey, I want to give $800 to whoever hits V5 in my structure. This is the secret to waking up RoyalQ. So these are just example percentages. You can decide that what you want to do is 10%. It's your choice. All right. Somebody can decide, okay, what I want to do is 10%. All right. Because I do other things for the team. What I want to do here is 10%. And so you tell yourself 10% of $4,000 is $400. Okay. So $400 gift for you for hitting the rank of V5. That's amazing. The person is going to be super excited because $400 in your local currency can be over $500,000. For a V5, that's a great thank you gift, and the V5 is going to love it. So if you do this per leg, that will be lots of money you're going to be spending, but you are paying it forward because the team is going to stretch farther, the team is going to push harder, all right, and you're going to still win. So now let's go to the V6, all right? You're a V6 and you want to help your team hit V6. It's not just enough to celebrate he's a V6, he's a V6. You want to create a culture of, showing appreciation in your structure. Not everyone can do this, I know, but this is how you can set yourself apart. So as a V6, you get $500 when anybody signs up in your structure. Now 1,500 people have joined, and for 1,500 people to join, you made $5 per person. All right. So that is $7,500. But by the way, I understand out of this 1,500 persons, 20 were part of the V2, 10, then you had 100 that were part of the V3 bonus that you gave out. And then you gave out the V4, 300 persons, you gave out V5, 800 persons. So you could tell yourself, okay, yeah, let me remove the factor for the ones I did give away for. That's okay, that's reasonable. Now, even if you calculate it this way, from 800 to 1,500, all right, 1,500 and 800, that is 700 extra persons that came into your structure, okay? 700 extra persons with $5 that you got, that is 3,500. So what is 20% of 3,500? That's a $700 gift. So you could give $700 gift to your V6 leader who has hit V6. And trust me, you're going to make so much more because the team is going to be so excited, so fun to be around, and there'll be energy in the team. So let us start from the basics. When you activate an account, remember to tell yourself that when anybody activates, you're going to just give the person $10 out of the $30 bonus. This is how you can activate the business. This is how you can, gradually wake up your team, and they're going to be so excited. They're going to be more excited. So this is the reward model that I think I would prefer. The end of year package thing we do, yes, it's nice, but having this structure from the get-go throughout the year as people hit the ranks, as people activate, is going to do so much more. So here you find out that, oh, you gave out $200, but you're still going to get it back. You're still going to get it back. Your sponsor is also going to be doing for you. It is a culture within the community. All right, so that's what I just think we need to pay attention to, because it's going to help us grow our business. So get it started today by paying attention to your first activation and see what you think about it. All right, let's go practice this and wake up the community. We're going to be discussing more about this in future meetings.